My son Jose Perez was diagnosed when he was 8, February 24, 2011, in Atlanta at Eggleston's with Ewing sarcoma, which is bone cancer. He spent 10 months on treatment, and he's now a little over a year in remission. Been there from the beginning, financially, spiritually, emotionally, just there if you need to talk, if you have any questions, also if you need help with bills. You know, they understand that when your family's diagnosed, when your kid's diagnosed, the whole family's diagnosed, and it just places a real big burden on top of the burdens you already have, because life don't stop. You know, it's just you already have your daily struggles, and now you have a new big struggle.
No, I looked at the date online. It said they printed it October 4th.
Glass was 18 months.
What part of
Yeah, it's picking up. Okay. And there's more than one kid on most of them. Jay's Hope is a ministry first and foremost, and we focus all of our services on providing support, direct support to families that have a child battling cancer. So every dollar that comes to us, whether it's through an event or through a private donor or a child running a lemonade stand, that dollar is used to provide some type of relief to families. It might be financial relief. There might be a need of a gas card or help with a utility bill while mom or dad have had to step away from their income for a short time. It might be planning a social event so our families can meet each other and form bonds with each other outside of the hospital setting. We also do educational support. Oftentimes when a child is battling cancer, they spend a lot of time out of school, and they also can have a lot of secondary issues that create some educational challenges. So we help with in-home tutoring and provide loaned laptops to our middle and high school students, college scholarship program. Other things that Jay's Hope does for families is a lot of emotional and spiritual support. We are a face of experience and a face of hope, and it can just be a moment of sitting down and talking about something that is hard, or meeting another family and forming that friendship and that bond that makes this a little bit easier. The first person that a family with a child newly diagnosed will hear from will be our founder, Cindy, because Cindy is the face of experience.
Jay's Hope was actually started right in the midst of my personal battle with childhood cancer when my son Jay was diagnosed at 2 with a malignant brain tumor. And we were at St. Jude and met many families that were going through the same battle as my family and just didn't have the type of support that we were so blessed with. And we would sit in these waiting rooms and hear the stories of families that didn't have enough gas to put in their car to go home for a visit, or single moms who had to step away from her job and had lost that income and now worrying about keeping her home or keeping her lights on, or paying for a medication that insurance wasn't covering. And so right there in the midst of our battle, we knew that God was calling us to do something and give back and start an organization, and Jay's Hope was birthed right there at St. Jude. Jay was our middle child, and he loved the outdoors. He was a little country boy, loved to hunt and fish and ride his gator in the yard, and one of his very first words was outside. Always wanted to be outside. And he was also a very caring child, and was always concerned about others, and would go in the dollar store with $5 and come out with gifts for everyone but himself. And when he was 2, he was diagnosed with a malignant brain tumor. And cancer, it robbed him of his childhood, but it didn't change his spirit. And he was still that sweet, caring child who still wanted to ride his gator and still wanted to go fishing and still wanted to go hunting with his daddy. And he missed out on a lot, being sick and on treatment for almost 3 years, but he still was our sweet little Jay, and again was worrying about everybody else at St. Jude and wanting to check on his friends and pray for the other little kids that were there getting treatment. Being able to support these families, it gives purpose to what my family went through, and that God had a plan, and that God used it for good and for His glory. And so it's very healing to be able to reach out and stand in the gap and be that friend, that 24/7 friend to these families, and be a face of experience and a face of hope. We're a Christian organization, and that's what the Hope is all about. Hope was a very special word to us while Jay was on treatment, and it was hope in not the doctors and not in the medication, but in Jesus Christ, and that He was in complete control. And we want to share that with the other families. I can't imagine going through what we went through without our faith in Jesus, and that is what Jay's Hope is all about. And this was a God-given ministry to us, and we're just being obedient.
I've been back since August of this year. I used to help Cindy back a few years ago and just kind of got out of it, but it's been on my heart, so I'm back. I love it. Now we're making ornaments. These are going to be put on the Jays for Hope tree for the museum coming up in December. So the kids have been coming in painting some of the ornaments. I believe this is one that the kids have painted. The kids will be painting these and doing their own thing with them. And this is another one that the kids are doing. So, but the little ones are just little fill-ins that I'm painting and getting ready for the tree.
Set up our own little something and get a picture. One of my favorite memories working for Jay's Hope so far is I'm meeting a little girl named Cassidy, and she is 2, and she suffers from a particular type of cancer that affected her walking abilities, and so she loves to come and play in our playroom because it's so friendly and easy for her to access all the different areas. I love to sneak out of my office and go play with our kids when they come through the doors. And Cassidy loves to come in and play with the doll houses, and she loves books. And one of the first times I got to just sit and play with her while her mom and grandma were with Cindy getting just some counseling, I got to crawl around on the floor with her and read her some books. And from that experience with her, we actually decided to put in a whole book area and just like a little reading nook and keep it stocked with age-appropriate books. So fast forward a couple months, she came back to visit us, and when she saw that bookcase, she got so excited, and she's learning to walk again, and she's got her little walker, and she has to use both hands. She's really little, and as she's heading out the door, she stops, reaches over, grabs the book off the bookshelf, put it in her mouth so she could use her hands, and went right on out the door and smiled on her way out. So it was a really neat moment just to see the joy that something so simple can bring, and how we really serve our families and just give them that safe environment that they can come and be part of. So every Christmas we have a fantastic event called Christmas of Hope, and we invite all of our families to come in and experience the season with Jay's Hope. The children get a chance to fill out a Christmas wish list and choose their favorite items that they would like to receive for Christmas. And not only the Jay's Hope child, but their siblings get to participate as well. So we get a family form back from these families with just an amazing list of items that they're interested in. Today I've seen a magic snow cone maker and slippers that talk and a life-size Barbie doll and a baby that cries and talks or something. I mean, it's just really cool. And they come to the Christmas party and experience every aspect of the season, and we make cookies and decorate, and they take ornaments home, and they get to meet Santa and get all their Christmas wishes fulfilled. And really, that is able to take place from our community. Our community comes in and adopts those children, and they adopt their wish lists, go shopping, and deliver their Christmas gifts here to the Jay's Hope office. And this year, I'm in charge of driving the sleigh of gifts down to Warner Robins, where a local church is going to partner with us and wrap all the gifts that we receive. And usually it's like a couple thousand gifts, so it's pretty exciting. And it's just a really neat way that our families can get together. It's their favorite activity of the entire year. Community can get involved by donating, volunteering, sponsoring a child's wish list, making cookies, doing ornaments, decorating. It's just a really, really neat